So, sitting here in the dungeon that sits above sea level. God, this thing is it's tat.
That's what he said.
Oh God. So today I have the mother of my children. My wife. She doesn't like the term.
Scullery maid.
She doesn't like the term, but baby mama. Kylie Jones, formerly Magby. Welcome to the show.
Woo!
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm ambitious.
Nice.
I'm a spitfire.
I mean, I know a lot about you.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, for our audience, for those out there, how does it feel to be with one of the black space cowboys, one of the black nerds, the ones who dive deep down the rabbit hole? How does it feel to be with one of the dynamic duo?
Pretty good, I guess. I'm used to it, so it's what I do. Cut in lines at the expos, grab as many samples as I can, make dinner. It's what I do.
Awesome sauce. So, how is it being with a full-time nerd?
It's always interesting. Like, hey, let's sit down and watch Netflix and like Space Cowboys or Bebop or whatever.
She's talking about Cowboy Bebop, folks.
Yeah, sorry. Cowboy Bebop comes on and you're reading subtitles while you're eating dinner.
I do have her watch a lot of anime.
Pretty normal.
Oh. I didn't know it was horrible.
I said normal.
Oh, normal. I thought she said horrible. I guess it's my self-conscious shining through on the mic. But, so, out of all the animes and cartoons and other different non-normal things for a 26-year-old black male to be enjoying and partaking in, which show do you find the most interesting?
Right now I feel like this void loneliness in my heart because I'm missing Steven Universe.
I just fell in love all over again, folks.
Like, I want to check the episodes and just rewatch them if there's no new ones. But I also kind of like the virtual reality anime. That one.
Sword Art Online, folks.
That one I can never remember the name, but I like it.
SAO, a woman after my heart. Too bad she's already got it. I would propose right now. So this is actually going pretty well, and we're gonna do you have anything to say? Any tips or advice for people out there?
Take the time to really get to know your spouse, explore their interest, and have the same reciprocated, of course, but just take that time because I know it's kind of a bad, negative thing, whatever, quote unquote, for grown, quote, quote, men to be playing video games or watching cartoons or whatever. But it's actually, like, enjoyable. But that was going to be my question for you. How do you feel with, like, the negative stigmatism around it being an interest that you have? How does that make you feel?
You know what? Always growing up kind of the fat kid who had to learn how to defend himself physically and verbally. I kind of shrug it off. But it does get a little irritating when you hear people of the opposite sex who are even just partners in general who have a hard time accepting their significant others' hobbies. I remember one person I told, I was like, well, what would you rather me be doing? Would you rather me be out at the bar drinking? Would you rather me be running the streets trying to figure out where I am? Or is it... I always attributed it to it's not the typical Facebook, social media, or typical relationship norm. It doesn't fit the typical nuclear narrative. I mean, if I was out in the garage working on the car, I don't think too many people would have much to say other than why you spend so much time in the garage. But now, not only am I spending that time away from a significant other, but now I'm spending that time away from a significant other doing something that has been classified as childish. So it's a this is actually a really good point, and I'm happy happy it came up. But for me, it's long story short, I've learned to shrug it off, and I've learned to be okay with myself, 100% okay with myself. I truly enjoy my hobbies. They help me to empty my mind, to still my thoughts, to not necessarily escape because I'm not running from anything. I love life, I really do, but it's a way to decompress and to just let my mind calm down. I work with numbers. I deal with people, and we all know how that is. But no, that's actually a really good question. So for those out there who don't feel ashamed of who you are, and if the person you believe is your significant other, if they not only accept what you do, but help foster that and help to nurture that, because clearly it means something to you. If they're not there doing that, you should really reevaluate them, because you don't want to change who you are in order to be with someone. It's a difference between growing with someone and changing for someone. You can always glow up, as the saying is, but don't lose who you are just to make someone else happy, because it should be a mutual iron sharpening iron. I mean, if you want to use some biblical terms. So yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. I don't know, for me, like, a lot of people, I guess, had that stage in high school, or they feel they moved on from it, but I didn't really. And then, like, seeing my dad reading comic books, enjoying the Johnny Bravos and the other cartoons on Cartoon Network, like the Samurai Jack and stuff like that. Like, it was just something he could laugh at, something at the end of the day that helped him unwind, whatever. It wasn't a big deal. But then for me, like, I didn't have that stage in high school either. Like, I didn't really have the nerdy friends, or I didn't really hang out with, like, the popular kids. I wasn't really into Pokemon and everything. So now that's coming back, it's like a time to explore it. And so it's like, it's not a big deal. It's not like I moved past it because I never really had it, but I'm not stuck in it either. So it's just another thing to explore and have fun doing, where it's not so much stress of being an adult, because that's hard. It sucks.
Right. Adulting.
Yeah. I mean, it gets hard, and you sometimes just need that time to just kind of sit back. And a lot of people are like, oh, cartoons are for kids, but if you actually listen to it, it's not for kids, but it's made in a likeness for the humor and the lightness of it. That's what it really is. And
you gotta, one thing that people don't realize is you have to also make it for the adult who's going to be in the room watching the show with the kid. Mm-hmm. So not only are you prepping these kids for adulthood, because let's be honest, you go through every Disney movie you can find, there's major adult themes that would normally rate T for teen to mature. I mean, let's start with Sleeping Beauty. She was drugged. You start with, I mean, we can just keep going and going. Pocahontas. You can, it's just on and on and on. Adult themes. I mean, prejudice, sexism. It just on and on and on. Major adult themes that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. But they present it in a way where the kid can digest it and the adult can still not feel like a child watching it. I mean, gosh, I just watched Moana probably for my 30th or 40th time, and I'm still enjoying the movie. And if it was super childish or purely made for a kid, like those complete child shows such as Blue's Clues or whatnot. Like, you can't sit and, well, I have a hard time watching Blue's Clues for hours on end, but I can watch Moana over and over and over and over. But this is actually a really good topic, and I'm happy that we were able to sit and have this conversation. I'm happy you brought that up. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Right? Anything else?
No.
You sure?
What made you want to get into the podcast?
You know what? It always started as a signature to all of our good conversations between me and Travis. It at the end of all of our what we considered great epic conversations, we would say, "Damn it, we should have recorded that. That could have made a podcast." It always was that. And we just, I don't think I say anything fancy. I'm shocked people actually listen, to be honest with you. I thought it was gonna bomb and tank, but I mean, it makes me feel good, and it makes me want to bring better quality work and not so shoddy, and make sure that we're giving the people who do want to listen to us the best that we have. And I want to get more structured and not necessarily lose the flow, because I know it kind of just coming off is what makes it so special. It's not a news report. We're not here to report the news. We're just here to talk about whatever's going on and that's important to us or that's impacting us. But period, it was something we always said. It was always that signature at the end of all of our that closing statement at the end of all of our conversations since high school. I mean, I've known that guy since freshman year, and I mean, he's a brother. That's my brother, and we would just always have good, deep convos. And I just felt why not? That, and really for me, I put a lot of things on the back burner. I mean, clearly this is something I've been talking about doing for over 8, 9, probably damn near 10, honestly 10 years now. This is something I've always talked about, and then to one day finally just do it, and then to get that reception, that to get the positive reviews and the positive criticism. And I know at some point the internet's gonna turn around and kick us in our teeth. I see it. I know it's coming. But I'm truly happy that we just did it, even if nobody ever listened. If we didn't get one view, one listen, one subscription, any of it, I'm just happy that we did it. We talked about it and we did it. That's a really powerful thing, and I hope everybody listening and everybody just period gets to get that experience of actually just doing it and making it happen, whether you fall flat on your face or whether it's complete failure, but you don't know how it's going to turn out unless you try. I mean, the only true failure is not doing it at all, because you get nothing out of it because you did nothing. That's not my quote. I don't know who the reference is on that. But ultimately that's why we did it, because we said we'd do it, and we finally, years later, did it.
I know you were thinking that it was gonna fail or it's gonna tank, but I never had that impression. I always thought it would be well receptive, and one, just because of who you guys are and what you talk about is, it's the adventures of black nerds. You throw in some anime here, some video games there, but a lot of it is life, and people want to hear that they're not the only ones in a struggle. They're not the only ones with a messed up life or a crazy day or whatever it may be. And then just for this being so obtainable, like, I know the people who are talking. I know what he's talking about, or wait, that really happened to him? Like, what the heck? Like, I see him every day and I would never would have known, or whatever it may be. And it's just those little things that make it so attainable, so touchable. Because, I mean, like, we see the people on the news and we're like, yeah, whatever. Like, they picked them because they're the blonde hair, or the person with the podcast. Yeah, they have so much money, they're a millionaire. What do they know about my life? But to see you walk in and out of the same job that I have or the same company that I have and know you go home to people asking for your Wi-Fi code or just things like that, it's just like, wow, this is life, you know? And it's entertainment, honestly, pure entertainment in a sense of real life right in front of me. And so that never really tanks in any sense. I think the problem is when people get out of touch with that and when they try to get the view. So how reality TV was cool when it first came out because it was reality.
Yeah.
But now it's like that's so far-fetched. That's totally scripted. But we still watch it because it's drama.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
From reality to drama. And you know what? I'm happy. That makes me really happy. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
That makes me really happy to hear you say that. And that's a major point. And that's something that I'm trying to make sure to keep true to. My true north is to just be us. You know, if we get followers, we get followers. If we get subscribers, we get subscribers. We get likes, we get likes. If we don't, we don't. I mean, honestly, hopefully you guys are clicking that button down below that says subscribe. And you're also following me
as many plugs that you do. Don't let it get to your head if you do get stuff. That's the only thing I would say.
I want so much free stuff. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Just free.
That's my job. Keep you grounded.
Right.
Hide all the packages in the back closet. No.
Nice. Right. Put things in places where I'll never see it. But you know what? Did you have anything else? Because this actually went pretty good. And I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you're busy as a soon-to-be scholar, prepping to be another, going for your master's and mother and, wife and all these giant titles.
Oh, yes. So many heavy hats to wear. No, I think I'm good. You have questions for me?
Well, I mean, God, when you end it like that, I have to ask something. So, okay. I feel like I asked you what I wanted to ask you. I asked you about your favorite show. I asked you, what advice do you have we kind of went over that. I'm trying to think. Well, folks, since I'm sitting here stammering, I'm going to end it on this semi-great / slightly bad note because I don't know what to say and I'm kind of speechless. Once again, this is a short little random blip that, but it's not a blip to me, it's my world. But I'm just happy you guys took the time to listen. And look out for our next full podcast of Adventures with the Black Nerds. So this is Baron Jones, at BaronJ67.
And this is Kylie Jones. Peace out.
Bye.